Welcome back to CES 2026 and the C-Space Studio with me, your host, James Kotecki, and here with us is Disney's EVP of Sales, Adam Monaco. Welcome to the C-Space Studio.
James, thanks for having me. This is great.
So EVP of Sales, what's your overall remit within Disney?
So I oversee the teams that manage the relationships over the holding companies. I also oversee the brand solutions teams. So that includes entertainment brand solutions, which is all of our linear networks, as well as our streaming, entertainment streaming. And we also have a sports brand solutions team, which is obviously everything ESPN and sports related. I also oversee our local sales teams that oversee the sales for our own stations and their platforms. And our political team that manages and sells to the political category across our entire portfolio.
Yeah. So a few things going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Keeps me busy, which is good.
And we're here at CES 2026, which is busy as well. What is your message here as yourself and as your company?
Our message here has been pretty consistent. You know, it's about, regardless of whether or not any of the technological advances that we're seeing, and obviously we're very leaned into them, that we stay true to our core of our business, which is we're all about creativity and imagination and the people that are behind the scenes making all that magic happen. And that's really our secret sauce. So when you think about what we consider our Disney difference is that we are storytellers at our core. That's what really, since the company's inception, we've always been amazing storytellers. We have a very unique opportunity where we sit at the crossroad of storytelling and technology. And obviously we have great insights into our audience that our clients are able to leverage. But we also have, we put it upon ourselves and make sure we have great knowledge of our clients as well. And that's what's great about CES. We have the opportunity to listen to them, talk to them about the priorities, understand how they can leverage the full power of the portfolio in order to meet those needs. And so it's a great opportunity just to listen and then strategize with them for future needs.
And you are great storytellers, because I've heard this Disney difference messaging consistently here in the C-Space Studio from other colleagues at Disney. Yeah. So kudos to you on that. And the technology and storytelling piece, it really is true. It resonates with the DNA of the company, going back to the early days of Walt Disney and the first, fully feature-length animation with Snow White and all the different technological aspects there, all the way forward to today. So I think you're a great person to ask then, what's going on with AI? How is AI transforming what you're doing? Where are you seeing the value in it as a company that is balancing both this very human emotional piece of storytelling and then very technologically forward as well? Well,
it's responsibility first, right? We want to make sure we're applying the AI responsibly. It's what powers all of our planning, all of our activation, and then measurement on the other side. It's also allowing us to optimize campaigns in real time, which is, of course, a terrific opportunity. We're very leaned into investing in AI because it will also help prove out all of our, all the delivery of our campaigns. Yeah. And obviously CMOs and brands are under more pressure than ever to make sure every dollar is working as hard as it can, and AI will allow that. It also makes us work more efficiently. You can imagine the thousands of pieces of creative that come to us on a weekly basis. Yeah. So we have that approval process, so they help us make sure those creatives are compliant. And so those are the types of things that we're leaning into when it comes to all the AI technology.
So a lot of work that's going on behind the scenes, so to speak, and making it and optimizing what you're doing. What I didn't hear you say so much is like AI, generative AI in terms of the creative that's actually reaching the consumer. I did hear you talk about AI to kind of vet the creative, but how is AI kind of coming into the creativity piece for you? Is there a philosophy around that within the company?
Yeah, we're looking to, again, leverage all that technology in order to make sure that we are able to provide that to our clients as quickly and as efficiently as possible. The other thing about AI that's really interesting is that it'll help us turn around RFPs that used to take weeks. Yeah. And I'll be able to turn those over in a matter of hours. Mm-hmm. And so when you think about just making our time more efficient, and then our sellers will be more efficient and able to spend more time with our clients and speaking with them and understanding again what their challenges are.
When you talked about the scope of what you're doing, you're in so many different things. You're also a great person to ask about consumer attention patterns and how you see them changing. Here at the beginning of 2026, where are we and where are we going in terms of what consumers are paying attention to?
Well, I'll start with really everything live, from sports and entertainment is what we're seeing a lot of our advertisers lean into and our brands lean into as well. When you think about all of the amazing opportunities we have around the entire portfolio, from a streaming perspective, a sports perspective, and of course entertainment as well, people want personalization. And so we just launched our new ESPN app. And that is a completely personalized experience, totally customizable. All of our consumers can have access to their favorite home teams. We have multiple viewing, so you can watch multiple games at the same time. You'll also are able to check your fantasy teams and track your fantasy teams as you're watching other games as well, which is exciting. There's betting applications. We just launched our partnership with DraftKings, which we're excited about. And so, again, we have a sports center for you, fully customizable.
Yeah.
And it's also always learning from our consumers. So as you pull up specific content and follow certain teams, it learns and then serves up that content to you as you continue to engage with the app.
And the idea that sports is live, that it's something that you want to watch now, continues to be a really important driver for how you sell this, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it's been a massive opportunity for us. It's really creating those moments that matter, cultural moments. It's high attention. It creates that emotional and social activity, which is what we want. And obviously, as you think about consumers and the fragmentation across audiences and the many options they have to consume different content, being able to get them in that water cooler moment around some of our sports platforms is an amazing opportunity, and our sports portfolio is second to none. In fact, ESPN delivered 33% of all sports impressions in 2025, and our second highest competitor was, I think, 20%.
Okay.
So pretty strong.
But now let's turn to streaming as well, which is obviously a huge piece of the business. What are the biggest opportunities there? I mean, and it's not completely disconnected from sports, right? Because it's all kind of integrated, maybe from the consumer perspective.
It is.
Streaming can mean a lot. So tell me more about what you're doing there.
Yeah, our opportunity for streaming is to have TV reach and scale, but with the precision of addressable. So when you think about all the opportunities for being able to target specific audiences at scale, geo-targeting at scale for regional brands. We're very leaned into our mid-market strategy and developing out those brands and the independent regional agencies that exist throughout the country. They are very regional in nature, and so having that geo-targetable opportunity that we can deliver is huge. And of course, there's all the streaming sponsorship that we're doing. We're having a lot of success with, and also just one of the opportunities we have is something called Hulu. The Hulu hosted model. Okay. And so
Hulu hosted
model. And basically what it does is it offers our clients an opportunity to have long form content. Hulu acts as a distribution platform. And then we can actually help drive eyeballs to those platforms and to that content. So it's a unique opportunity that only streaming can offer.
Other opportunities that brands have now because of streaming and maybe because of interactive content that you're able to offer at this point? Yeah,
I think it's the commerce piece of it too is pretty unique. And so when you think about our pause ads and some of the QR codes and work we've done around that, that's also been something that our clients continue to lean into. They expect us to have the same kind of commerce opportunity and environment that we have on a mobile device. They want it on the big screen. So we're continuing to work with our clients on that.
Able to shop right from the ad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you seeing some ads, do some ads or some genres do better than others, or are some more advanced than others when it comes to shoppable? Are there trends there that we can point to?
Yeah, no, I think that the QSR category is doing it very well. I also still think that the technology, obviously, category is doing it extremely well. We work very closely with all those brands developing out all the opportunities, and they take great advantage of the size and scale that we can offer with all of our streaming platforms. When you think about Hulu and Disney Plus, and of course ESPN Plus as well, and our new ESPN app.
As we zoom out and think about 2026 and the year ahead, do you think there's something fundamental coming or changing right now that people need to be aware of?
I think it's going to be about the shift of personalization to really about moments. So it's not just going to be about targeting who you are, but targeting what's happening around you. And that's going to create the biggest impact. When you think about live sports and live entertainment, it provides that stage to really make that creative, impactful moment that brands want to be associated with.
So in other words, knowing who I am is not enough necessarily. You have to know what I'm doing,
That's exactly
and who else is around me. So that would pretty much give you an idea of how I'm feeling in that moment.
It creates that co-viewership opportunity, and those are some of the things I think we're going to see more and more of in 2026.
Is there a question I should ask other leaders here in the C-Space studio? Something that you want...
Besides what their favorite feature is of the new ESPN app?
Exactly,
seriously, I think one of the things that I would ask is what's the most underrated portion of their toolkit? Mm-hmm. And I think if you ask me, one of the things that's really underrated in our industry is the relationship piece. And obviously we're very involved and invested in all the automation and technology, but the relationship still is so important and matters. Yeah. It develops trust, which helps us get renewals and larger sponsorships, and then it creates better environments for us to be more creative with our brand partners. And so I still think the relationship is extremely important, and we hear in the marketplace all the time that we do a very good job of that. We have a brand team that's committed to strategizing with our clients, and it's just the little moments. Like I had a client recently who was promoted. I spoke to them, actually took the time to look at their new remit, what their new job is going to be, talk to them about what I thought the challenges were going to be, talk to them about what the opportunities were, what they had to watch out for. A few months later, I bumped into that person, and they were so thankful, and it was so helpful to them, the information and just sort of some of the mentorship we were able to provide. And that's the human piece that's so important. That's why I got into the business. That's what makes it fun. And we should still be able to have some fun, right?
If you want to keep your job and do a good job in the age of AI, just remember to stay human.
That's exactly
have those
right.
relationships. It's still very important. It's a currency. You can't scale that with AI. You still have
It's
to
all
do that
about trust.
one-to-one conversation.
That's right. And the trust is built that way. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing these moments with us out of Monaco, EVP of Sales at Disney. Really appreciate you, Dave.
Oh, thanks, James. Appreciate it.
And thank you so much for joining us here in the C Space studio. I'm James Kotecki. This is CES 2026. Stay with us. More after a short break.